Hello and welcome to Arsenal Domination, where Arsenal will return to action at the weekend after the international break against Nottingham Forest, as we all know. But Nottingham Forest will have a new manager in the dugout. That manager will be former Tottenham manager Ange Postecoglou. He has replaced the sacked Nuno Espirito Santo. Nuno being sacked from Nottingham Forest after falling out with former Arsenal director of football Edu and the owner of the club, and that was why he was replaced. Obviously, this is an Arsenal channel. I think we need to have a look at what this could mean for Arsenal. And I think the two things here will be what happens to Nottingham Forest and the way they approach the game as a result of the new manager. And I'm going to quickly discuss the new manager bounce theory. Now, the new manager bounce theory is sort of something that can easily be dismissed as folklore, but some people sort of do swear by it. And I think, both can be true. There are lots of teams that in the past have had a significant new manager bounce impact. Thomas Tuchel at Chelsea, Antonio Conte at Chelsea, both came in after periods where Chelsea significantly underperformed under previous manager. Unai Emery at Aston Villa similarly had that. And Nottingham Forest will be hoping that Ange Postecoglou will have that impact. But as I say, it doesn't always work. For all the times it does work, you have teams where it doesn't work. Equally, we saw Southampton try it last year. It didn't lead to that much of an improvement. But statistically, of the last 168 managers in the Premier League to be replaced, over a 6-game period, the statistics found a 7.68% points increase on the previous 6 games. So there is obviously something behind the data. But I think more appropriately here is the fact that Nuno plays in a very, very different way to the new manager Ange Postecoglou. There was much less running, much less high pressing. If you compare Forest to Spurs, there was much less, much more deep line for Nuno than there was for Tottenham, and that change will be really, really interesting. Ange Postecoglou, when he was at Spurs, was a manager that didn't embrace change. He was going to play his way, and Spurs were going to come with him. He was sort of very famous for not changing his style of play. That game against Chelsea where they played with, was it 9 men, and they had everyone up on the halfway line. That was his style. If he comes that way to to Forest and tries to put that in on day one, Arsenal should be able to rip Forest apart. It is not what they're used to, and Forest will really struggle. So it'd be interesting to see if he does that, or whether he takes a more pragmatic approach and sort of builds it in very slowly. I'm hoping that we will see them go straight to Ange Ball immediately, but either way, Arsenal will need to beat Forest at the weekend.